can you hear me? Oh yeah, it's Thursday.
You're not on Instagram.
AKA Throw It Out There Thursday, AKA Hippery Hooray Payday, AKA
I gotcha.
AKA what's going on, brother? Hey, how was riding last night, Brandon?
I turned up.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Manion.
Yeah, what about this morning?
Otherwise, I can't tell him wrong.
Went for helicopter ride and threw up a little bit.
Lovely.
You caught Throw Up Thursday, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, it is Throw Up Thursday, as well as Throw It Out There Thursday. We got Steve on the microphone today. What's up, Stevie?
What's going on, guys? It's Throw It Out There Thursday. Also, your best Yo Mama jokes. All right, if you got any good ones, send them in. Let's go talk to Justin.
I got a special prize for the best Yo Mama joke. But
You have a special prize. Did you run that by Justin?
Maybe I did.
Okay.
What kind of special are we talking?
Hey, Justin, I got a promotion going on. Best Yo Mama joke today gets a special prize. I haven't thought of the special prize yet, but let me know when.
I'm kind of in love with it. I'm not sure about your special prize.
Well, I love that.
I love the Yo Mama
He's
part.
putting you on the spot. Like, yeah, Justin's gonna say no right now.
So by the end of this video, you need to come up with something that is your special prize, Chase, that you're going to hand everybody.
Okay, I got it. I got something in mind.
All right. Throw It Out There Thursday, you guys. That means any question, any time, we're going to try and answer them. But in the meantime, we're going to fill the time with talking about radius rods, and which we have a pile of, by the way, and the differences between the ones that we make and maybe the ones that are available on the market. So feel free to interrupt, and I'm not talking to Chase.
Grease Monkey 3406 interrupting, always on point. Justin, I got you. Any plans for XP Turbo tie rods?
Okay, so XP Turbo tie rods are in the works right now. Actually, we are about halfway through. All the pins are made, all the pins are heat treated. We're in the middle of doing all of our CNC work. So here shortly in the next couple of weeks, they will be available. And you're going to see some of that stuff actually on the shelf already, even though we're not marketing it. So if you follow Chase, he is showing you some of the radius rod collection that we've got going on in Lauren's area for inventory. And these are just some Kermali radius rods. These are some Billet ones. And you can see some of the different tags on here if you feel like actually looking at what we've got in this section right here. There's some weird radius rods over there. Maybe they're rods. Not much radius on those rods, that's for sure. We certainly have a pile of them. That I guarantee we got a pile of those. But inventory is no problem when it comes to this stuff, you guys. We actually stock it as much as we possibly can. We do go through it a lot. But what makes the difference between a Billet radius rod that we offer and a Chromoly radius rod? Well, let's go over here to the bench. Right here, Billet aluminum radius rod. Right here, Kermali. Now, obviously the difference is visual, but Billet aluminum is going to be 70-75 aluminum radius rod. They are 1.25 inches in diameter. They're extremely strong. We haven't had anybody break one of these yet. On a Chromoly one, this is also 1.25 inches. This is 1.25 inch 4130 Chromoly steel, and all welded, TIG welded and rosette welded bungs with wrench spots on everything, so you can locate jam nuts, rod ends, and tighten everything properly. Now, why would you do one over another? That's kind of a question that we get a lot of. Well, Billet is completely strong and very visual. So that would be something you're going to put on a play car or a dune car, or something that you want to take a look at a lot, show off to your friends. On a Chromoly radius rod, they're not, either one is not stronger than the other, but Chromoly is the thing that we race. And the reason that we race that is because it will put up with a bigger hit like a boulder and bend, as opposed to break if you try to bend it too far. Also, Chromoly, if it's not too much of a bend, you can bend back. Either with a sledgehammer or with another car, trying to pull it with a strap. I mean, do anything you can when you're in Mexico, and if you got nowhere to go and nowhere to fix it, then you kind of want to go the Kermali route so you can try and bring it back into shape. If you're playing, then the Billet stuff looks amazing, and that's the direction that I would go if I had a fun car. Steve,
Hey, I've got off_grid_riding. Will you guys ever make a high clearance radius rod?
That's actually a really good question, Steve. So it's something that we were going to cover. Up until now, we have not done it. And the reason is that we only sell what we race, or that we've been able to test under race conditions. We only race a straight lower radius rod because they're stronger when they're perfectly straight, as opposed to having a bend in it that's a weak spot. Now, our racing isn't big on rocks like a lot of East Coast stuff is, and so we haven't concentrated our time on that. But we are in the middle of developing a high clearance lower radius rod that's going to be 100% billet. It's going to have big uniballs, big spacers, big on strength, and that'll be coming out here in the next 30 to 60 days.
Awesome.
So soon. How about what you got?
Yep.
What do you got?
Matt Hardy wants to know, is it worth upgrading radius rods on an X3 XDS?
Absolutely. That is one of the first cars that I would say upgrade, because the radius rods on an X3 GS or RS are very thin. They're only 60 thousandths wall thickness. That's super thin, especially in race car stuff. So upgrade them right away. It's one of the first things that'll bend.
Hey, Chase, where's your hand signals?
Hey, we got something going on a little special today. Matty, brother,
Oh, it's
Matt.
Matt and shipping.
what are you doing, man? Hey, we want to take a look at how's it going over there in shipping right now. Show us how many boxes you guys got stacked up, and what's your day looking like? How far out are we on shipping?
Damn, look at that stack.
That's just from today, Matt. That's coming in on what time did you get here this morning?
What time? Did you say 5 o'clock today? Did you say you were here at 5 o'clock today? Damn, Matt, you're just trying to keep up, huh? Hey, thanks for doing all that work, man. You got any Yo Mama jokes? If you do, you're going to win a special prize from Chase. You may not want to throw a joke out there because you could win.
Yeah. If not, I win if no one says anything.
Yeah, so you might want to say something.
I'm not going to mess the joke up. I just started getting one about COVID and I messed it up, so I'm not even going to go there. I want Chase to win, but that's unfortunate.
Hey, Maddie, for the viewers here, are we at same day shipping yet? Are we still at 2 days out? What are we at?
Some things yes, some things no. We're still a couple hundred days, day or two out though.
Day or two out at the most, some things same day.
Solar parts and stuff like that going out same day.
All right, brother. Well, hey, we're going to let you go. Quit
Hey,
it.
Matt, thank you very much for signing in. I think Steve's got a good joke in.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Steve.
Chase, I hear Yo Mama is so dumb.
Oh.
She put 2 quarters in her ears and thought she was listening to 50 Cent.
Mic drop. Chase.
Glennis Gillespie is a saint, Steve.
Let's go over and look at some radius rods on a Turbo S. So you guys have an idea. Here's a shop Turbo S with a set of Kermali 4130 radius rods on it. These are the same exact wall thickness, diameter, and radius rod components that we race on our car. And we can run this stuff all year. That actually brings up a good point, something that I haven't talked about yet. But before I talk about rod ends, I think that somebody else has a
I got
Yo
something
Mama
to
joke.
say. Hey, Steve, Longhorn Holland wants me or you to know your mama's so fat, I had to roll her in flour just to find the wet spot.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yum.
not good.
I
Yum.
hope that
That's hot.
Your mom and your wife aren't watching today.
I hope they
I'm
are,
sorry.
actually. I hope they are.
I'm sorry.
I don't have a Yo Mama joke, but Jay Hupp, I danced on his car last week.
Oh,
He said,
very good
got the
sport.
car done last Thursday and rode it on Friday in the heat. Impressive ride difference. Should have done it sooner. Thanks a lot, and thanks for the dancing too. You got it, buddy.
Man, I kind of feel dirty watching you read that. I do.
Yeah, and
It's a little DJ-ish
Yeah.
and kind of like, I don't know, creepy.
sorry, you're welcome.
I got Yo Mama joke.
What do you got, Matt?
Ooh.
All right, George Irma Jimenez says your mom has no legs, but she talking about let's kick it.
That's nasty.
I like that.
That's bad. All right. So back to the straight talk, because I'm clearly don't have any jokes. But one of the big differences when it comes to radius rods, you guys, when it comes to things that are on the market, is rod end size. But before I talk about rod end size, I'm pretty sure that Matt's got one. Oh, and Chase forgot to turn his ringer off.
Oh, wow.
Hey, we're still live. We're good.
Wait,
Shocker.
Chase, did you wipe off the lens?
I did.
Did you check the battery?
You know, you can't have everything you want in life, Justin. We got full batteries. We got perfectly wiped lens. We might not be on silent mode.
Okay, lucky us. Are all the mics going to work today?
100%. We're gilded.
Well, we'll find out. It could be your job on the line. It should have been a long time ago. Matt, what do you have?
George came back with another one. He
What does
says,
George have?
Your mom likes to skate and people call her Rolaids.
Oh, no. Nasty. Okay. Speaking of skating and on your junk and nasty, rod ends.
Hold on, J-Hub said, I need to shower now.
Good stuff. Okay, so back to radius rods. This is going to be hard to continue. One of the biggest differences when it comes to radius rods that are on the market are rod end quality and rod end size. So this is a 5/8 rod end. This is typical for all rod end or radius rod kits that are on the market. The issue with these rod ends come in high quality or low quality. This one that I have in my hand is the highest quality Teflon rod end that you can buy. These are 3/4 inch rod ends. That is what we actually have on our radius rod kits standard. What does that mean? That means that when you buy some cheap radius rods and they squeak immediately like a couple 100 miles in, that's because this rod end is not high quality and it's not big enough. If you want a set of radius rods that are never going to wear the rod ends out, take a consideration for what we have, because we have the biggest rod ends on the market. And yes, I said we have the biggest rods on the market. What do you got?
Gina Bergman says she loves big rods.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We got,
Hell
you got to
yeah.
buy the best, and we're the only one with the biggest ones. So back to what you see on this Turbo S. This set has actually been on the car for the life of the car. This is one of the cars we use for testing.
It's crazy because it's Jason's car.
This is true.
Everything should be bent or damaged on Jason's car.
No, he has a tendency. One of his nicknames is Crash Kraus. So what do you got there, Steve?
Okay, so first of all, Low_Marty said, wow, who organizes your parts department? Well, Lolo, you do, and you do a fantastic job. But AJF Racing 006, does the shock therapy race rack for the X3 change the steering ratio?
It does not change the steering ratio. X3 billet race racks from us are exactly the same dimensionally and overall turning distance from side to side, full rack, full bump, and ratio as stock. We did not increase the ratio. The reason is that the only time you're ever going to increase that stuff is if you're short course racing. You need to go full walk to full walk in half of a turn, and that's just too quick of a ratio for any desert racing or play use, so they are stock ratio. Other people have actually asked us if they travel farther or less or any of that kind of stuff. No. If your stock rack fits in your car, our billet race rack fits in your car. They are dimensionally the same. Hopefully that puts that to bed. Over on Ernie's car, let's get away from some Chromoly Radius rods and let's take a look at some billet ones. Now on Ernie's, we kind of powder coated these gold to match the gold theme, but these are billet radius rods, same as this one right here. And these have been on this car for over 1.5 years. We haven't changed any of the rod ends on it. It does not squeak. It's a silent car. And we have never broke these. We've never bent these. So we actually run what we build, and we run them hard just to make sure that this stuff is going to last for you guys. So consider the biggest rod ends on the market, the largest diameter material, strongest material, and options when it comes to billet and chromoly. What do you got there, Matt?
Oh, Richard Bodiford wants to know, what diameter will the XPT tie rods be?
They're going to be 1 inch diameter. You know, actually, I can't tell you that for sure. We're considering possibly 1 1/8 inch, but we haven't decided that yet. Everything else on the kit's built except for that. So I'm sorry, I don't have an answer. Give me 2 weeks, and we'll have that for you.
Pearson Nate.
I wouldn't read that one. Oh yeah, Pearson Nate, go ahead.
Yo mama's so slow, she let a KRX pass her. I'm gonna up that. Matt, you so slow. You got passed by my mom in a KRX. Ooh.
Oh, Chase put his own flavor on.
JG Carbello. This one's
Good
coming
one,
for
Chase.
Steve. Steve, your mama is so old. She was born when rainbows were black and white.
Whoa.
And she's so stupid. She thought that was racist. Oh.
Double-ended. That's pretty good.
Hey,
Damn, wow, that's pretty good
I
actually.
like that one a lot. That's
You're
pretty
welcome.
good.
Wow. Chris _J 2020. When I get my shocks back for being upgraded, will there be a lot of adjustments to be made once the bike, or will they be ready to go? Once on the bike, or will they be ready to go?
Okay, so first off, let me answer that's a two-part question. First off, it's not a bike.
Thank you.
Bikes have 2 wheels. They have no roll cages. There's a lot of other things too. No bikes. Okay, now that we're past that, your mama doesn't ride bikes, only UTVs. The suspension adjustments, here's the deal. You're gonna get a baseline adjustment from us when it comes to ride heights that are gonna match all of the accessories that you've given us for a list that go on that car as far as weight. Internal shock work is gonna be set up for the use that you're going to be putting in the car. Now, if you have a set of Walker Evans shocks, you've only got one adjustment, that's compression, and we're gonna send those to you all the way soft so that you can go and drive the car and turn the compression up a click or 2 at a time until the car doesn't bottom out anymore according to how you drive. So you might have 2 or 3 clicks in it according to how you drive. If I drive a little more aggressive, I might have 8 clicks in it. It's kind of a personal preference, but it's very easy to get to. We have videos on how to adjust that. So when you get your shocks, ask the guys up front, and they'll give you a link to the video to set the compression adjusters. If you've got a more complicated shock, like say a Fox RC2 with dual stage compression and rebound, we have videos for that to help you with it. Matt.
Chase, Kelly Sutherland says, yo mama's so fat she sat on Walmart and lowered prices.
Whoa. Hey, I don't know how fat that is because Walmart always has pretty great deals.
Steve, I know you've been saving one.
All right, yo mama's so fat, her belly button gets home 15 minutes before she does.
Oh, yeah, especially when you're racing home in your Razor.
In your KRX.
Matt's mom is so fat that she crashed a razor into the ground and no one was laughing, but the ground was cracking up. That
You know what's really
from
funny? My mom watches this.
Yeah,
the handstand
it's
fam.
pretty good.
I'm sorry, Miss Burke.
I heard a young mama's so fat that the shocks blew up before she got in it.
Ooh. Dang.
Yeah, that's not a very good one, but it's the only one I know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, let's walk around the shop, see if we can find some more fun stuff.
Justin, I got a fun one here.
What do you got?
Motorsport 601. Where are UTVs in 5 years? And I'm going to take that even further. Justin, where are they going to be in 6 to 9 years? Because let's be honest, 5 years, 5 years, they're probably already holding out on the shit that's here in 5 years. Where do you see the future of UTVs going?
I think they're going to have a lot more electronics, especially when it comes to suspension systems. A lot more computer-aided suspension, riding quality, terrain following is possibly coming. When I say possibly, I have seen some infrared terrain following systems, but they're quite a ways out. I'm not sure if you're going to see that in 5 years. They might have it developed in 5, and they might hold on to that stuff for about 2 or 3 years. Steve's got a good one though.
Vincent Furlan. He said, I noticed the KRX spring kit was pulled off the site. Any word on when that will be available again?
That shouldn't be off the site. It should actually be back on the site
We just got the
with
video
all of our
out.
internals.
I
Yeah.
know that we were limited on those springs. If they are off on the site, that does mean that the springs could be out
Okay.
of stock.
So actually, the little mic in my ear producer is telling me that the lower spring perches were out of stock for a bit, and we're actually in the middle of getting more. That's the only reason that those kits are pulled off the site. Those spring perches should be back in stock by the end of next week, and you'll see them back on the site at that point. Sorry for the delay. Kind of ran out of parts pretty quick. That kit was a huge hit, and a lot of KRX guys jumped on it, and we were a little bit on the back foot, so we apologize. I still think that Matt's got more for us, even though I was talking about the next 5 years.
Well,
I was kind of trying to get out of that question
This
because I
guy's
don't
got
want to
some
give
good
too much away.
Well, George
Give me
came
that.
back again.
Really? What's George?
Yeah, and he said, your mom is so poor, She went into KFC, and the lady at the counter asked, "May I take your order?" Your mom took a big whiff and said, "That will be all."
Okay, whatever. Order. I get it.
We got another
right.
good one from Chaser UAE. Always with the good questions.
Yes, he
Any
is.
chance we could see any other single seaters from any different manufacturers, Justin? Come on, tell us something. We don't
I
know.
honestly, so RS1 is a badass car, but I don't think that it's a profitable unit for Polaris. I think they did that to be, honestly, to have fun. I don't think they did that to make any money. They don't charge enough for the car, and the sales of that car are not amazing worldwide. They're really, really good, like in our local area, but not for a company-wide decision. So I don't think that you're going to see anybody else do that. It's kind of like Chevy, Dodge, and Ford chasing each other on 700 horsepower Hellcats and other kinds of cars. They're not money makers, but they're good for marketing. I don't think you're going to see it, but we love an RS1. Matter of fact, we were testing George Hamill's RS1 today, and it's incredible. What do you got, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
Chase
this
is gonna
a little
Chase
out of your league.
from Chuck
okay?
67.
Hey, Chuck 67 Firebird has a great suggestion and something that we are going to be doing here in the very near future because Justin's buying another UTV for me. Justin, we are going to be doing a full show on a YXZ. The new YXZ coming out. Come on.
Did you have a point, Chase?
That's it. Just a great suggestion from Chuck 67 Firebird. Can we do a full show on the YXZ?
Well, hey, Chuck. So exactly what would you like us to talk about?
Yes.
You want us to talk about specific things? And why don't you list those things and we will talk about everything you want to. We will not hold back. We will tell you when that car is amazing. We will tell you when it's not on every single subject.
What year, model, and make do you want us to purchase, Chuck?
That's right.
What he's trying to say.
No, there was no purchasing. Chase.
Send your questions to EFFNO@shocktherapist.com.
Okay.
Rich410 said, what type / brand of control arm bushings do you use on the race car?
We use stuff from No Limit, which is Phil Blurton. We buy all of his Delrin bushings. Yes, we can make our own. I'd rather support a racer and just buy what we need than buy, make 1,000 of whatever we want. We're not in that business. So let Phil do what he does.
Wish we could buy Phil's car.
Chase,
Sorry.
at this moment, Steve, please hold these right up.
Yeah, can you want to?
Chase, thank you. Okay. And headset, thank you. Okay. I think I'm going to listen. So at this moment, Chase, you're fired. Please walk away. You're no longer needed. Thank you. So I now am doing all the videoing. And I'm going to run this bitch at the same time.
Yeah, wow, imagine that.
So Matt, everybody that's behind the camera is now in front of the camera because the only guy behind the camera is fucking fired. Hey, Mitch, do me a favor. Take over. Mitch is going to kill this. Watch. Headset on Mitch. All right. Can you hear? A little bit?
I got you.
Okay.
Hashtag finally.
There he goes. So Mitch is taking over behind the camera. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. You're going to smoke this.
Hey, Jim Klein just asked, or just said, your mom reminds me of a hockey game, 3 periods before a shower.
Oh, no. I definitely have to clean up now.
Yeah, I gotta go take a shower. So we got Motorsport 601 with Pro XPR and Speed UTV 77-inch wide. Where will UTV track with stop? So I don't understand. How wide can you go?
Yeah. Here's the issue with track width. On the East Coast and trails, you've got some of the stuff is really monitored and regulated to be narrow. You can't get inside of some of those trails if you're too wide. On the West Coast, we really don't have those restrictions, and so manufacturers are going to go as wide as we will purchase. Racing overall width legality is 80 inches. I don't see any of the manufacturers building a car wider than the race legal rules, and I don't think the manufacturers sell very many that are that wide. I think they might sell 20% of their product to us on the West Coast and 80% everywhere else. So I don't think you're going to get anything wider than 80. I don't think you're going to see anything you're not going to see very many wide ones. How's that? All right, what do you got?
So I got no jokes, but off_grid_riding said, will I be receiving my shirts now that Chase is fired?
Oh yes, you will.
Mitch will make sure you get it.
Mitch will make sure that you get it. It's all him. All right. Hey, what else you got?
I don't know. I send the shirts out.
Oh, it is Matt. Yeah, actually. That's right. Matt, you're fired.
Send the address again. I'll get them out.
Matt, you're fired.
I think we're pretty much done with talking about radius rods. So if you guys can't come up with some more Yo Mama jokes or good questions that we can answer, then we're probably going to try and get the hell out of here pretty soon. I don't see why we should just sit around and talk. I actually have some stuff to do.
Yeah, heard that.
But over here behind you, Mitch, since we're looking for things to talk about, here is George Hamill's RS1, badass machine with RC2s.
Wow, Mitch, look at those shots he's getting. Way better than Chase.
Oh, wow.
Look at the
Look super, dude. Look at that,
the cinematography that Mitch has underneath his belt. Wow.
Wow.
I'm just, dude, this is the best video we've ever had. The last 2 minutes.
You're welcome.
Right?
Very
Think about
smooth.
it. So RC2's on this
Seamless.
RS1. There's a lot of RSs and RCs and stuff to say.
Oh, yeah.
So we are actually testing this car this morning. It's amazing.
Oh,
Mitch can
Instagram.
Mitch can tell you how amazing this car is.
It's fantastic.
Because you drove it.
I did drive it.
All right.
Oh, we're back up. We're back up.
So there's not much better than an RS1, Mitch, especially when you're by yourself and you want to take a rip and nobody else is in the car to tell you to slow down.
I agree. You drive it to its full potential.
Which is about as fast as most turbo cars.
100%.
And I've seen Mitch do it in Duning with a stock RS1 behind X3s with tunes. So it can be done.
Watch out, I'll catch you.
So there you go. All right. Also, the Demon's car is done. We finished some testing on this as well. So this is going to get actually a wheel and tire change for a little bit more testing. And then they're going to come into town the beginning of next week and we're going to make sure it's perfect for them. I'm kind of done with filling time.
Hey, Frontline Power Sports said, Yo Mama's so fat, her last Christmas card photos are still printing.
What? That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Hey, Mark Myers says, your mama's house is so small, I had to go outside to change my mind.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right. So, since you guys are done with Yo Mama jokes, we're going to look back on the best one and we're going to send you something special from Chase. Trust me, it's going to be a parting gift from Chase as he leaves the shop going on his way to somewhere else.
He might be getting Justin's race car. We're really not sure.
He can't leave it alone.
The winner's getting
but the
Chase's
winner might
job.
get a brand new car and a new job coming your way.
All right, Titty Twister, out of here. You guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to have a different set of jokes that you need to be up on, and we're going to choose a winner on that one. It could be Knock Knock. It could be, I don't know, there's all kinds of different things we might make it.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris is an excellent joke one.
And Mitch, that is why you are taking over Chase.
That is right. Excellent suggestions, killer cinematography, camera work is amazing. Steve,
Hey
get in front of
guys.
that camera and take us out of here.
Hey guys, if you want to buy something, visit us on our website at shocktherapist.com or call us at 623-217-4959.